All right, let's talk about GeneYus. GeneYus is one of the KidSense blends that Gary created specifically for kids to give them an opportunity to feel very comfortable using essential oils, teaching your children how to use it in a safe environment, and also giving them tools that will empower them to make their own decisions in their personal wellness. So the KidSense line is pre-diluted. So there are carrier oils in all the blends from this. It's about 70-30% dilution. You can continue to dilute it further if you have smaller children, or if it's just something that you want to do for your kids and make your own roller bottle with it and apply it to your kids, or give them their own bottle. But straight out of here, a child could take this and start using it because it is pre-diluted. So GeneYus was created as a blend that we commonly hear it being used as one, put it in your diffuser, diffuse it when your kids are studying for a test, when they're working on their homework, when they're working on a project, or bring it into your office, diffuse it when you're working on a big project or you're creating something that takes a lot of focus, because it's really, really good for helping you to focus and just concentrate and get the most out of the time that you have to work on your project. But one of the things that I like about the GeneYus blend is I feel like it goes beyond just focusing. It has some elements in it that just help releasing a lot of things that you don't even necessarily realize have happened to you. So as an adult now and being able to look back, there's a lot of societal norms that we see placed on ourselves, placed on our kids. When we put our kids in school, it's here's the box and you have to fit in here, you have to do these things, and then you get good grades, and that's how you get rewarded. Or if you're on the sports team and you do really well, then you get rewarded for that. And it's like everybody has to get put into a box, everybody has to get put into a clique. And some of us, we don't fit really well into a clique, we don't fit really well into a box. So what I like about GeneYus is when you're smelling this blend or when you're diffusing it, it's a really good one to do when you feel like there's a lot of pressure around you to fit into a specific mold or fit into a specific box, and it's stifling your creativity and your ability to just be the best version of yourself. So some of the oils that are in this blend, there's sacred frankincense, which we all love. It smells amazing. But blue cypress is in here, and blue cypress is one that we source from Australia. And usually it's used in like perfume and just like skin stuff. And it's a beautiful, more thick oil, kind of thick like myrrh is. And the thing that I love about blue cypress is it's very good at supporting your body's natural response to irritation. When you have like some pessimistic or more like mentally you're just feeling very agitated, it is a great one for releasing that irritation that has come into your body. Cedarwood is in here as well. That's a great one for oxygenating your brain and just helping you think and remember things more clearly. Melissa is in this blend. Melissa is one of my absolute top favorite oils. I will never be without it. So when it's in blends, I tend to love that blend, like just have a lot of love for the blend. So Melissa is a really good one for helping to bring harmony to your mind and your body. So if you feel like there's any disconnect in there, or if you feel like you're very sensitive to things that are around you and the pressure from that has just shut you down mentally or emotionally, Melissa is a good one for just bringing that back, to bringing you back to yourself and helping you feel very positive and emotionally stable. Blue spruce is in this blend, and blue spruce is very high in alpha-pinene, so it's great for just helping you excuse me, for helping you mentally and emotionally, like just with higher functioning and higher learning. It's comes from our Highland Flats farm, and I like how blue spruce is really good at just opening things up. So if you feel like you're trapped, it's a good one to open up that space for you. Palo Santo is in here. Palo Santo is another great one, just like frankincense, where you just can feel really centered and feel really calm and emotionally stable. Bergamot is in here, and that's a very nice, bright, beautiful smelling one. Myrrh is in here. Myrrh is one of my favorites to encourage people who, if you are in a position where you feel like you're taking on other people's burdens, not where you can't empathize with them and be a support system for them that way, but where you are physically taking on their problems and it's starting to drag you down. Myrrh is a great one to just put on the back of your neck and your shoulders to help you continue to stay in a place of empathy, but not taking on somebody else's burden that is not yours to take on. Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood is in here. That's another one of my absolute favorites. I think sandalwood is one that we should probably all be using on a daily basis just because of how great it is, not just physically for our skin and our immune systems, but emotionally, it's a great one for just like bringing you back to center and just helping you stay balanced and grounded. Geranium is in here, ylang ylang, hyssop, rose, northern lights, black spruce, and coriander. And then vetiver is one of the other oils that is in here. And there's so much research on vetiver and its positive impact on just our mental clarity, our ability to focus. And there's a lot of research on that for children and how vetiver is beneficial for our kids to be using on a consistent basis. So put GeneYus in your diffuser on a daily basis. If your kids are working on their homework or a project, put it in your office and put a roller top on it, or put it in a roller bottle and dilute it further if you want to choose to do that, and allow your children to just put it on the base of their spine or on their wrists and just use that daily. Kara or Bonnie, do you guys want to share how you use this?
Yep, a couple of tidbits I want to add on to this. Like Sarah said, it's already diluted and it's great for your child to go like on the go. This particular one has similar sesquiterpenes to brain power. And a sesquiterpene, as a reminder, that erases the incorrect information in the DNA or the cellular memory. So it's similar to the brain power. Like adults, we might use brain power, and like it's great for the kids to use the GeneYus, even though adults can use it too. It helps just that concentrating with the task at hand. A tip that you can do on this one is just get one of the fitments and add it right to the top of it. So it's really easy to roll right on their child. They could put it in their backpack, put it on before the school day starts. They can use it throughout the day. Sometimes when like kids are tired, their mind like races a lot from overstimulation. And so using this oil is going to help them wind down and kind of create that healthy bedtime habit without much resistance. So not only do you need to use it for like a school time, you could use it when they're trying to wind down at night. A cool thing on here, I always like talking about the emotional influence of oils because all oils have a specific emotional aspect. It's going to help children and even animals center and focus their mind, their thoughts, their potential, like what they have potentially going on. It just gives kind of more of that positive thought and mindset. So it's good to help with creating positivity for anything that someone is doing. So those are kind of something that I'd want to throw in.
Okay, and so anything to do with brain is great in our household because Jerry has had a brain injury. So we tend to use more of the brain power and those kinds of things. But I will say there are some different oils in the GeneYus, and it is a little bit different. I like this blend of the KidSense blends, and I like the idea of putting the fitment and just having it as a roller, which I don't tend to do on some of our other like brain power and stuff. I don't tend to do that as much. I just keep those in the bottles, but I do like this as one of those just roll on, quick roll on, keep with you. And I don't have little kiddos at home. So like I said, I haven't used it a lot just in situations like that, but I know so many people who absolutely love, love, love this blend for their kids. And and even adults, you know, you need to be looking at the KidSense line, because sometimes they're just a little bit different, and maybe just have a touch of just what it is that you need. I know I did a scan, a Nitovi scan recently, and I had not GeneYus on it, but I had some of the KidSense oils came up for me on that scan. And so it is something to look at, whether you are an adult or and you don't have kids at home, that maybe you look at. And the other thing I'll say about that is, oftentimes if you're helping people like that are elderly, sometimes the KidSense lines, those pre-diluted, is a good way to go, because the elderly, I mean, I'm talking about elderly, 80s, 90s, their skin is so thin, and um, their bodies are fairly sensitive, and depending on how many medications they're on and something. So sometimes using the KidSense line, the pre-diluted, it's just an easier thing for them. And it's a much better, because it, you know, having that pre-dilution, it allows those oils to kind of sift into the system a little bit slower and not overwhelm their sensitive systems. So think about that with the KidSense line as well.
That's a really smart point to bring up, Bonnie, because we always hear, like, as our parents start aging out and we're taking care of them, they remind us a lot of our kids when they were little. It's just, there's the shift that happens at the end of life where you kind of go back to the beginning. So these would be, the whole KidSense line would be amazing, just for our older generation, just to help them have great quality of life in their twilight years. All right, thank you guys. And I just want to encourage you to, if you were thinking GeneYus is just for kids, open up the bottle, find a way that you can use it, and let us know what you have discovered from using this blend.